Yo Novatos, thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. So we are giving the remote, the GoPro, the new one, the new remote, the remote GoPro, the remote, a chance. Now, you guys been following the channel, you guys know I have had the original one, the very first one, and it was absolutely garbage. Man, there were so many issues with it. Connections, wireless connections, it never stayed connected. Sometimes I would hit the record button, and I have a multiple, of course, camera setup like this, and it was just really unreliable. Sometimes when I would stop recording, one camera would shut off and then the other one would still be recording. I would still have to go over there, reach over and shut it off. And then a few times I would try to turn on the GoPros, and I would have to repair them again. Now, of course, I mean, this is made by GoPro. I have it right here in my pocket, of course. I mean, this is something that they make, and you would think they'd be able to figure out something that communicates with their own product, right? You would think, hey, GoPro, Bluetooth, you know, GoPro, remote with the GoPro device, the communication would be ideal. It'll be, you know, really reliable. It would work like a charm every time, and that wasn't the case for the old remote. All right, so now it's 2023. Now we have this new remote, a new version, USB-C charging port. Unlike the other one had its own little latch. I don't know if you guys ever bought it, but it was just a bizarre little charging port. It was the actual locking mechanism, where you would, you know, just have it connected to your keychain or something like that. So anyways, so far, first ride with the new remote from GoPro, and I just spent maybe another 6 minutes repairing the cameras again. Man, so that is not a good sign so far for the new remote. And kind of like the first one, if it keeps on going like this, and like I said, this is my first ride, and I just updated the remote, just updated it right now. If it's like this, you know, all the time, then it's really, I mean, it's just a waste of money. If GoPro can't figure out their own product line, they can't figure out their own software, their own, you know, I just don't get it. I mean, GoPro, this is your own camera with your own remote, with your own system, your own communication, of course. How come you guys can't figure this out? All right, so anyways, I spent a few minutes pairing them, came out to the bike, then I mounted the cameras, of course, and then when I went to start recording, somehow the remote forgot the pairing, so I had to repair both of the cameras, and now we're here. So I'll be able to let you guys know post-production if the audio synced up or if the filming synced up. There's a good chance that it's not, but we'll look at it in the post-production, and I'll leave it in the comments as far as if it's working or not, or if you still have to sync up the audio with you know, with the footage. I'm pretty sure that might still be the case, because the Hero 9 takes a little bit longer to kind of boot up, and the Hero 11 is a little bit quicker because it has that new processor, so it's a little bit more responsive. So we'll see in the, you know, I'll just, you know, give my 2 cents so far. First ride, first impressions. It is not good for the remote. So depending on how you film, of course, your footage, on how you do your motovlogs, you know, I have the mod right now, so I'm powering my own audio mic that way with the GoPro Hero mod. Typically I do ride with a digital recorder, and of course that I would still have to sync up. So that's why I never really found a benefit of having the remote, especially since the first one was so faulty. You know, it just takes me a couple extra seconds to, you know, to sync up the audio. So I mean, how could you use this as a benefit as far as the remote for motovlogging? The only way I see it really as a benefit would be if you're, you know, out and about riding and you have the camera mounted on a low point of your bike. Like if you're trying to get a camera angle on, you know, somewhere from the frame or somewhere away from your reach, then that's how I would see a benefit of having it. But the problem is, if it doesn't respond, or if you have to repair the camera, what's the point of having the remote if you have to repair the camera every time you decide to use it? So it's just a bummer. Anyways, I bought it for how much did I get it for? I believe I got it like for like 20% off, and it was on discount. I believe I got it for like 60 bucks. I bought the original at full price. It was $100, and it was a waste of money. And like I said, I thought it was gonna be a little bit better. I thought it was gonna, you know, it was gonna be connected a little bit, just more reliable as far as, you know, being able to you know, have it work throughout the day and not have to repair and reconnect the devices. But that just doesn't seem to be the case. So if you're out there and you're wondering, hey, I'm considering buying the remote, man, I would still say don't do it. It's just, man, GoPro, they can't figure out their own crap. They can't. There's so many glitches. If you guys saw my demo rides on 2023, my Hero 11 actually went out of whack with the hyper boost. I don't know if it was the high winds, but for some reason the hyper boost turned off, and it was getting some weird warping whenever I would turn the camera or my head to the left or to the right. I was getting some bizarre warping, like some film burning. There's a few people just complaining about how nauseating it was watching that demo ride on the Nightster, and it was just that. It was the Hero 11 just going haywire. I've never seen that happen. I mean, it's never happened to me before. That's the first time. So it's just like I've always mentioned, GoPro has so many glitches, and I'm just surprised that after all these years they still can't figure it out, even with the new processor in this thing. It's got a new processor. It should be more responsive. It should be able to, of course, do what it's supposed to do and be a little bit more reliable, but that just doesn't seem to be the case with GoPro. And with this remote, that just, I mean, it seems to be the same case. GoPro just can't, they just can't figure out their own product. It just doesn't make any sense. You would think they would have some kind of some of these bugs worked out already. But yeah, I'm just a little bit I'm just a little bit frustrated since it doesn't work. Anyways, you guys just stay out there, stay safe. If you're considering buying the remote, here, let me just put it out right here so you guys can take a look at it. Here we go, 2 camera setup, multi-camera connections. Here, I'll even zoom it in there as well. I'm gonna shut this off and we'll see if that even works. There's a chance it's not gonna respond, but I'll let you guys know in the in post-production how it goes. So I'll just keep on doing minor stuff, tests, but so far, first impressions, the remote is a no-buy. Stay out there, stay safe, don't believe everything you read, life's a risk, get out there and ride. Later.